From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third down and 1. Throwing, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Now a give here to Pollard. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Prescott now. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
At the 17-yard line.
Second down, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Travis Kelce from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll find Ayuk open right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field, but he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The return man is Hill. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Dallas.
Run for Pollard.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pollard one more time.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35.
3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver Hill.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mahomes firing complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and a couple.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have the Niners first down.
It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On first down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
It's cold-blooded. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Here's first down. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Mahomes.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 12. Mahomes to throw it. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Mahomes, they'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they could work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes is going to run the option left. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with two remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner. And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. 4 seconds to go. This is likely it.
One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Miami set to take over.
19-yard line.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And incomplete to open things up.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
After 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Bills.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Mahomes throw taken in by Adams. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Left side caught by Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Mahomes now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes setting up the screen for Cook. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Mahomes again. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Mahomes going to throw. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion, and more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now Hill to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. On target over the middle to Hill. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. They'll run right side with Mostert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's swung out to Mostert. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A 41-yard attempt. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Bills 10, Dolphins 7.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Center's kick is good, and the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter.
On first and 10. Here's Mahomes.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Cook again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Mahomes now to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Burrow. Completes this to Jefferson.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Here's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT.
All 3 timeouts still in their back pocket. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow.
And his throw here is incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. Here's 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
On third down, here comes Mostert.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Charles Hartley and his slow receivers, but there's fast and really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because if he took off, I was thinking there was no chance that he could actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes.
And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we?
All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime.
Here is 3rd and 5. Mahomes to throw it. That's caught by Shakir.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Mahomes.
That's caught at the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
Here's Mahomes.
This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves set.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll get a first down here up to the 25, but that clock still moving.
That's the end of another overtime with the score still tied.
One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 46. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Burrow. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. There's Sam Martin now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw, Burrow. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Now Burrow. That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.